We're out in Spain today to drive the new BMW 2 Series. And if you haven't been keeping up with BMW's naming strategy, well, this car is basically a replacement for the 1 Series Coupe. And it also has absolutely nothing to do with the front-wheel drive 2 Series Active Tourer MPV. This is a proper rear-wheel drive BMW, and this 235i variant is the most proper of them all. It's the same size, it's roughly the same shape, and it evokes the spirit of the E36 M3. That's got to be a good thing, right? The retro M car hints extend further than you might think too. This car has got 321 brake horsepower, which is not only 6 more than the M135i, but also exactly the same output as the E36 M3. Unlike that car though, BMW wouldn't class this as a proper M car. It's one of their M Performance models instead. That means it does without the drastic chassis changes and settles for firmer suspension, uprated brakes and variable ratio steering. There's no limited slip-diff either, unless you delve into the optional range of M Performance parts. So I know we've kind of been saying that this isn't a proper M car, but in reality, once you're behind the wheel, it really does feel like an M car. I mean, it's seriously quick. We've got the standard 6-speed manual here. You can get an 8-speed auto as well if you want, and that improves the 0 to 62 time slightly. But even with the manual, it will go from 0 to 62 in 5 seconds flat, which is seriously quick. And this engine, it's a turbo, but it doesn't necessarily feel like one. You get a really nice hit of torque down low, and then if you get towards the 7,000 RPM rev line, there's still loads of character, it's still got loads more to give. And you can just shift up another gear and then you get another instant hit again. And the good thing is it does also sound like an M car. I mean, if I'll just drop it down into second, and then you can hear, you get a really nice deep growl, and a certain amount of that is synthesized, but another car was following us today, a 4 Series convertible, and the guys in there said that this car sounds seriously good from the outside as well. The M235i's interior gets a few subtle upgrades over the standard 2 Series, the most notable of which is the excellent M steering wheel. You get a set of really comfortable and supportive sport seats too, as well as a clear and easy to use 6.5-inch colour screen, controlled through the iDrive scroll wheel. It has a relatively sensible side to it as well, with BMW claiming that the auto version will do almost 40 mpg, and our manual car manages around 35 mpg. There's even a boot that's 40 litres larger than that in the 1 Series. So the BMW M135i was one of the best handling cars of last year, and you'd expect the 235i to follow suit, and it does, which means you get a car that feels really tied down, you get a car with loads of traction, loads of grip and great steering. We've got it here set to sport mode, which kind of ups the resistance a little bit, and that feels like the perfect mode. In comfort it's a little bit too light. You don't get loads of feedback, it's not like you're constantly wrestling with the wheel, but it's just enough to let you know what's going on, and it's just enough so that you don't really get too tired of it, basically. Now, because it is just an M performance car, not a full-out M car, that means that the engineers wanted to make it a little bit more accessible in the corners. So you can find that you'll be quite aggressive with accelerator, brake in the corners, and you can be quite aggressive with your steering inputs as well. And it's not going to spit you out into a ditch. This is a car that flatters you, and you'll find that even with the traction control on, you don't really feel it kicking in too much. It will kind of cut power if you're, accelerating out of a corner in second gear. Another thing is that there's no diff, limited slip diff fitted as standard, and a lot of people will probably say that that's a shame, but honestly, road driving, you probably won't even notice it. It might be good for a track, and that's why they offer it as an option. As far as comfort's concerned, well, we've got adaptive dampers on here, about £500 extra, and if you stick them in comfort, then you get a really nice damped ride. It is firm, but it's not too firm, and it kind of just takes the edge off all the bumps. And as you can hear, we're cruising along at about 50 miles an hour now, but it's still really quiet in here. So what you get is a car that's pretty extreme, but one that also still works as an everyday car. If you want to buy an M235i, it's going to set you back about £35,000. That doesn't have quite the same ring to it as the sub 30k price tag of the 135i. So the sensible side of me says, save the cash, go for the 1 Series, but there's still a massive part of me that sees the appeal of this car as a kind of reborn E36 M3. And I know there's no logic to that. There's no reason behind paying more money to get a really similar car. But the fact that I want one of these even more than I want an M135i just shows how deeply impressive this car really is. If you like this, click on the windows for our reviews of the Peugeot RCZ-R and Porsche Cayman, the red play icon to see our very latest videos, or the Auto Express logo to subscribe to our channel.